Hey, are y'all new here, Patriots? I was going through my mom's, one of her old photo albums, and I found an old receipt from 1975 for a light bill. Yeah, it was like $4. $4, that's all it was. And then I got to thinking, I remember back, Taco Bell back in the 90s used to have 49-cent tacos and 49-cent burritos. That was good old days, wasn't it? And back in 1970, you could buy a nice new car for about $5,000, and then around 1980 it's about 10,000, and 1990 it's about 20,000, and then 2000 it was about 30, and then 2010s it was about 40, and now it's up to about $50,000. Yep. A hamburger used to cost a nickel at some point. Back in 1950, gas was 27 cents a gallon, which would be the equivalent of about $3 a gallon a day. Sure was. And we got a Dollar Tree. Well, I guess a $1.25 tree. Back in the day, everybody used to have a 5 and dime. Used to be able to buy everything for 5 cents or 10 cents. Yep. And then people would work a job. There used to be a time when people would work a job, they'd make $1 a day and think they was just moving on up. It's this thing called the inflate, y'all. It happens ever since capitalism was invented. We got this thing called the inflates and stuff. It just goes up in price every year, every year, every year. But, I'm sure that throughout the years, there's been conversations that's been had where people have been like, man, things sure is getting more expensive. And they're like, yeah, sure is getting more expensive. But you know what they didn't do? Act like a bunch of damn toddlers throwing a temper tantrum because they can't have an ice cream cone. Just try to burn the whole thing to the ground. They didn't do that, see, because they knew it's life. You just go on about your business. You work your hardest. You take care of your family. Do everything you can because it's just capitalism. It's just the way that it works. You get the inflates, and then you get a wage increase, and you get the inflates, and you get a wage increase. It's just part of the way it works, y'all. But you don't throw temper tantrums and take your ball home because the guy that you tried to elect lost. Period. Lost. By 8 million votes the second time and 3 million the first time. It just means that your ideas ain't popular and that you ain't really paying attention to what's going on around you. Otherwise, you wouldn't vote for Republicans, you see. That's all it is. It's just the inflate, y'all. That's all it is. It ain't no big deal. Ain't going to be blaming it on Joe Biden or anything because it's a worldwide event. It's inflates all around the world. Matter of fact, the United States is actually handling it better than any country in the world. So if we're going to be honest, let's go ahead and give Joe Biden some props on that. He's doing a good job, right, Patriots? Inmate Trump 2024.